Before the civil rights movement began to reshape the United States, one black woman was already breaking barriers in a field dominated by white men. Katherine Johnson, a gifted mathematician, left an indelible mark on aeronautics and space exploration, proving pivotal in many legendary NASA missions, including the Apollo 11 moon landing. This is her story. Born on August 26, 1918, in the White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, Catherine Coleman displayed a prodigious aptitude for mathematics from an early age. Encouraged by her parents, she excelled in school, skipping grades and eventually enrolling at West Virginia State College, a historically black institution, at just 15. There, she took every mathematics course offered and studied under the mentorship of W. Sheffield Claytor, one of the first African American mathematicians in the US to earn a PhD. He encouraged her to pursue research, but opportunities for African American women in mathematics were scarce. In 1939, Catherine married her first husband, James Goebel, and chose to focus on her family. The couple had three daughters, and for a time, Catherine dedicated herself to raising them. However, her passion for numbers never waned, and soon she was back in the job market, determined to build a career in research mathematics, an almost impossible feat for an African American woman at the time. Catherine's first jobs were in teaching, but fate intervened in 1952 at a family gathering when a relative mentioned that the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, or the NACA, the predecessor of NASA, was hiring mathematicians. She applied and was offered a position, which she accepted in June 1953. At NACA, Catherine joined a pool of women performing mathematical calculations. She later referred to this group as computers who wore skirts. However, her sharp mind and expertise in analytic geometry soon earned her a temporary assignment to the all male Flight Research Division. Her quick grasp of complex calculations impressed her male colleagues so much that they forgot to return her to the pool. Despite the racial and gender barriers at NACA, Catherine remained undeterred. She was assertive, demanding a seat at editorial meetings, something no woman had done before. When questioned, she simply stated that she had done the work and deserved to be there. From 1953 to 1958, she worked on various projects, including gust alleviation for aircraft. Originally assigned to the West Area Computers section under the supervision of Dorothy Vaughan, she was later reassigned to the Guidance and Control Division of Langley's Flight Research Division. This division was staffed exclusively by white male engineers, and under Virginia's segregation laws, African American women like Catherine were required to work, eat, and use restrooms separate from their white peers. Their office was labeled colored computers. Yet, Catherine chose to focus on the work. In an interview, she later stated, "I didn't feel the segregation at NASA because everybody there was doing research. You had a mission and you worked on it, and it was important to you to do your job and play bridge at lunch." However, tragedy struck her personal life in 1956 when her husband, James Coble, died of an inoperable brain tumor. Still, Catherine pressed on, knowing her best work was yet to come. In those early years at NASA, women were not allowed to have their names on research reports. But Catherine's determination changed that. She recalled working with Ted Skopinski, who was eager to leave for Houston. Their supervisor, Henry Pearson, who was not fond of women in technical roles, insisted that Skopinski finish their report. Skopinski, recognizing Catherine's contributions, refused and told Pearson Catherine should finish the report. She has done most of the work anyway. With no choice, Pearson allowed it, making Catherine the first woman in her division to have her name on a research report. Between 1958 and her retirement in 1986, Catherine worked as an aerospace technologist. Her calculations were instrumental in some of NASA's most historic missions. She determined the trajectory for Alan Shepard's May 5, 1961 spaceflight, making him the first American in space. She also calculated the launch window for his Mercury mission and prepared backup navigation charts in case of electronic failure. When NASA first used electronic computers to determine John Glenn's orbit around Earth, Glenn personally requested that Catherine verify the machine's calculations before he agreed to fly. Her reputation for accuracy was so strong that Glenn insisted, if she says they are good, then I am ready to go. Catherine also played a crucial role in the Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, calculating the trajectory that would allow the lunar module to rendezvous safely with the command module. At the time of the landing, she was attending a meeting in the Pocono Mountains. She and a few others huddled around a small television screen watching as Neil Armstrong took his historic first steps. It was ironic. An African American woman who had faced segregation and discrimination all her life had helped land a man on the moon, a triumph that would bring immense pride to the entire nation. In 1970, Catherine contributed to the Apollo 13 mission, which was forced to abort its lunar landing due to an onboard explosion. Her work on backup navigation, procedures, and a one-star observation system helped ensure the crew's safe return. Reflecting on the mission, she later said, everybody was concerned about them getting there. We were concerned about them getting back. Her later career saw her contribute to the Space Shuttle program, the Earth Resources Satellite, and early plans for a mission to Mars. She continued to inspire generations of scientists, particularly women and African Americans in STEM fields. Catherine's contributions were finally recognized at the highest levels. In 2015, President Barack Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. In 2019, she received the Congressional Gold Medal. NASA named a research facility in her honor, ensuring that her name would forever be associated with space exploration. On February 24, 2020, Katherine Johnson passed away at the age of 101. Her legacy, however, lives on in the countless missions she helped make possible, in the barriers she shattered, and in the generations she inspired. A woman who had once been relegated to a segregated office labeled colored computers had helped humanity reach the stars. Katherine Johnson's story is not just one of mathematical genius. It is a testament to perseverance, courage, and a belief that talent knows no boundaries. She was, and always will be, a beacon of brilliance in the history of space exploration.